wait till it gets cool to take your vacation, huh?
I like the fall in Tennessee. It's pretty. It's pretty. You see more bear activity too.
We had our camper out one time this year. We were gonna be camping last week, we canceled
Messing
it,
with your
Debbie
hair,
got
huh?
sick,
Yeah.
and I haven't made any other
Well,
plans yet.
the twins are probably, what are they?
We found a
first
really
grade finally?
neat-
Are they gonna
No,
be?
they'll be in
State Park campground down
Okay.
just outside of Eminence. It's called.
They need just
Edge
need to be a
Bluff.
little more active, don't they?
Echo Bluff.
Yeah.
Echo Bluff. Echo
I've
Bluff.
heard more people say they've been there.
Tell
I'm
you
gonna
what.
have to go there, I guess.
Yeah, it is really neat. You've got, it's got full hookup spots, but you got the current river is like from here to that stop sign away from you. It's in a really nice,
Oh, that's-
clean, low areas. It's not real fast or anything.
Hi, Charles.
So as soon as I get my self-contained RV, I'm heading that way.
All right,
To the
well,
camper style.
I'll tell you what, that's like 3 people in a week that have talked about being
Oh, yeah?
down there.
We went down there last week and just took a drive down to Eminence and coming back through.
How
I'm
far
like,
it-
hey, that place looks new.
How far is it?
It's about.
3 hours?
No, it's about a little over 2 hours, not bad. There's 3 different ways you can go. I got down there in about an hour and 50 minutes.
Go the back way, 47, 30, and 21.
No, I went 44 to St. James down to, through Potosi and,
Over that way?
oh, yeah, down to 21, I guess it is, and jumped on 20, yeah.
Well, it is probably quicker, 44. I never thought about that.
Yeah, and it was later in the morning, so I went that route. Last time we went down there, which was in the winter, we went down there and I made the big loop, so we came to St. James, went down through St. James, got down there, and then I went through Ellington, came back the other way and came back up around. That was a full day trip. Had a lot of driving, but it was fun.
That's
Sometimes, where my aunt and uncle used to live down by the lake. Ellington, Lake, and anyway.
And we were at the lake this weekend, and man, were there a lot of boats.
Going down to Branson this weekend. Mike wants to go to Silver Dollar City. Okay, it's gonna be hot.
I was gonna say, in July, that's always a good time to go.
It's hot. It's gonna be hot. Kids are coming down, they're both home, well, Noah's home from school, Noah's in the academy, so he's got the.
You're about watching the Legion games? How are they doing this year?
Yeah, I don't know.
Doing pretty well.
I would say they should be pretty good.
They're doing pretty well.
Some good players. We got pitching, and that's a great start. Was it both the Lee Thermos and the Nob, was it Noble or Noble? One of them, the one Borgia kid was really good.
Everything good back there, Teresa?
Yes, I had, Jamie made sure I got all the buttons this time.
All right, I think everybody's here is coming. I'd like to start this meeting of the City of Washington Board of Public Works, Tuesday, June 25th, 7:30 a.m. Roll call, please.
John Vittmer,
Here.
Brad Mitchell,
Here.
Mike Ratatek,
Here?
Steve Richardson,
Here.
Mike Coulter,
Here.
Chad Briggs, Steve Struber,
That's it.
That's it.
And for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, folks, everybody have a chance to look at the minutes? Changes, a motion?
Motion.
All right, and about the minutes, they were rather short this time around because our voice recording did not take on the minutes, so Teresa did a good job of getting probably the most important things.
I think-
There is one thing I want to bring up real quick on that. Last month, when I reported a payment for KJU, I think I inadvertently told you guys that it was for the South Point tank and not the Brookview Creek crossing repair. It was actually for the Brookview Creek crossing repair that we had been working on for a year, over a year.
Okay,
That's what we made the payment on. I apologize for that. Had so many things going on, they kind of ran together. But
all right.
anyway, that was the payment for that. So just wanted to clear that up and let you
Move to approve.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes approved, thank you. We're going to jump around a little bit and go to our invoices to pay. We have a member that has to leave shortly, so we don't want to have him run behind. We have a couple of bills for Schulte Supply, which is pipe for the Rabbit Trail Street sewer line expansion.
Yes, what this is we are putting in a gravity line and assisting with for subdivision growth and development, and also we have a lift station down at the end of Rabbit Trail Drive. It was designed for the assisted living places down there and a little bit of residential, but as residential has grown, it is undersized, extremely undersized. So we had to make a decision on, did we completely rebuild that lift station and put $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 into it, whatever that could have been, or invest in putting in a gravity line. So as development grew out there, we was able to manipulate and negotiate the way the sewer line was going to be put in. So in part of that, we purchased the pipe for that. So that's what this is, the payment for the pipe. It's in 2 invoices because it came in 2 batches. So that's how they invoiced us. So that's why you see 2 invoices. But it is for that project, and a well-needed project that will really improve that area. It takes all that sewer that was being forced up to the sewer line that ran along Rabbit Trail behind Steve's house and a bunch of the other ones there. It will alleviate all of that extra load on there, which is unnecessary. So it'll help out in the long run, everything. So
Move to pay.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion and a second to pay 2 invoices to Schulte Supply, one for $44,377.20, and the second invoice for $26,297.60. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. We'll send that on to council for payment. And we're gonna jump down to water quickly for 2 invoices from KJ Understall, and it looks like this is gonna wrap up the tower.
this will wrap up the
Water
tower.
tower.
The tower will be 100% complete once you approve these for payment. We'll just be done and move on to something else.
All right,
Motion to approve.
Second.
motion and second, pay request number 8, $8,440.75. Pay request number 9 and final for $6,815.73. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We'll send those on for payment. Okay. That's our official business. Now we're gonna go back and find out if there's any
Priorities?
priority items that popped up.
Nothing priority, but there was, I got an interesting phone call yesterday afternoon, late in the afternoon. The DNR called me, and from the financial department, ironically, and they had done an audit on our loan repayment responsibilities for the wastewater treatment plant, our 20-year payment. They had done an audit of it, and they came to the conclusion that we had inadequate funds to continue the final payments of the next 4.5 years. So luckily, I could comfortably sit at my chair at my desk and say, we have that all under control because we had just raised our rates. So for us doing that and taking the time and realizing that we needed to raise our rates, it probably really helped and in more deep investigation from the Department of Natural Resources, so.
Let them knew that we were looking at the same thing.
Yes, so it was a good phone call and not a
Yeah.
bad phone call. So they are updating their information in their system, so we will be fine. But
You beat them. You beat them to the.
we beat them, let's just put it that way. It was a good thing, so. It all worked out good, which was a relief. When I got the call, I was like, oh boy, what's this about? But anyway, so it worked out good. So anyway, they
It's
said they will
interesting.
update their
things they
system.
look
And
at.
also let them know they can find the codes on the website because they just posted all of the new codes this week. So all the new codes that we ran through and that everybody that we've ran through the city was just posted this week. I got the email on it yesterday. So anyway, that's
All
that
right.
on that.
Any other wastewater or water business, Kevin, other than the bills?
No, we've had a few more water main breaks with the hot weather. I guess the ground's getting lighter, it's drying out, so the water mains are breaking. Gary, how many have we had now? 4 or 5? I think 5. Yeah, 5, so it's just something that's happening. System, all the wells are running now, which is normal.
Mary, you have a question?
I do. Kevin, were there any one specific area or just general?
Generally, just spread around town. Yeah, just spread around town. Nothing to attribute any of it to, other than the fact that it's just got so hot. This happened to us, oh gosh, it's been, let's say like maybe 2012 or 14, something like that, when we had that really dry spot where houses were having problems because the dirt was coming away from the foundations and all that. We had the same thing then too. It was just due to dry weather, and it happens. Nothing you can do about it. You just gotta be ready and go fix them. So, crew's doing a really good job. They're staying good. I do have one employee that's out on hand surgery. I will be going out on the 30th for hand surgery. So, but other than that, I did get one employee back who we thought we was going to lose because he was struggling with his mother and everything with some personal stuff. But he was able to come back to us, which is good. I'm glad we could keep him, and he's a good employee. He wanted to be here, and I'm glad it was able to work out. So, other than that,
I'd like to recognize our new Economic Development Director, Aaron Griesheimer. Welcome.
Yep.
Welcome to the staff, Aaron, and glad you could join us at the meeting today. Thank you.
so other than that, don't really have anything else at this time. It's all going good. Summertime good. So.
Nothing else? We don't need to make anything up, so let's call it a good meeting, right?
Oh, unless anybody, Darren, you got anything? Charles, you got anything? I think everything's,
All right, our next meeting scheduled for July 23rd, did we say? Yeah, July 23rd. We'll be short on members because of vacations, but we're going to be short any other week in July. So we'll do the best we can, communicate if we have any major bills via email with Teresa,
Yeah.
and I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So move.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned. All right. Next time, let's not go so fast.
Sorry about all that, guys.
John, I won't be here at the next.
You won't be here either, okay.
Who will be?
I will be here.
You and Mike.
I'll be
I
here.
can always come up with stories.
I mean, I don't count anyway, but I won't be here.
You
Well,
can.
it's like you say,
More than
it's like you say, we gotta meet,
What's the date today, the
and I think
25th?
we'll just meet with whoever's here, and we won't vote on anything, and if,
Unless something major comes up, I don't foresee anything that will be oh my God,
Thank
we're
you.
gonna have it done in July kind of thing.
right.
Unless something comes up.
Well, and I think we communicate pretty good with Teresa when it comes to,
You were pretty close the last time.
Yes.
okay, sign away.
Didn't you forget to sign something?
We will be out fast.
What day is that?
Sure.
That's fine.
You may
Hey,
not even-
faster than this?
Make a motion to.
You may not even need to turn the car on. Leave the air running.
Okay, that might not be a bad idea. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? Good to see you. Congratulations and
Morning, how are you?
welcome.
Yep.
Steve Richardson. Nice to meet you.
How you doing? Good to, welcome aboard. We'll be talking more. Yep, yeah, that's a long time.
Before I leave, excuse me, are they gonna overseed on the back out there? Or do they just let natural flow, where they've been putting that pipe in? I had somebody ask the other day.
Oh, you mean down on,
Yeah,
yeah,
on the other side of the
that'll all
creek.
be, yeah, that'll all be finished up, yeah.
Stay cool.
Right now, Kurt got his
Get this
part
in your
done.
mail.
One more.
Second
We
phase
meet on the
is
second
out for
Tuesday.
bid.
I said,
We open the
somebody
bid
better change that
July
because
8th.
somebody one day might show up.
I didn't, I didn't look at it that closely.
Well,
Yeah, pay request number 9.
That's pretty good catch.
I really didn't either, but I thought, you know what, somebody's gonna show up someday and get really pissed. We're gonna be standing there waiting for the Board of Public Works.
Just think, if we wouldn't have changed the plan, it would have been.
Number 9 for KJ.
Kevin, you want this to remind you?
Yes, I do, Steve. Or Mike, thank you very much.
There we go.
Feeling, I'm still feeling.
Yep.
Okay, Teresa.
Yep.
So next month, if there's any bills that come up,
Never a dull moment.
we can all
Should have been around.
correspond via email and send the approval if we need to, so we can keep everything moving.
That was 40 hours of just straight continuous work.
Yeah, we've done more than once, I guess.
Got sick.
I mean, yeah. And, you know,
Well, we had-
it sounds like 2 months we're gonna be in a problem, but,
Had used their contract.
Maybe not.
Yeah, but we, because it was our pipe. we had to- I mean, yeah, it was pretty tough. I mean, still waiting to see what comes.
well,
We got another
it
piece of
depends on
track
how
track two.
savvy he is and how long he
Track two's
tries.
the same way, so we're
I
gonna,
used to get them
we're gonna try
and
and
double click on it like I would any other attachment.
maybe take a
No,
day.
that doesn't do it.
At that point, that whole track may have to be shut down. We're not sure yet on that. The whole, both lanes.
Something.
Well, that's the
Because
thing.
I gotta go through and open your .dat document,
Like we had, or do we
which then turns around and says, here's a PDF document,
work with UP?
and then I open the PDF.
Have their supervisor freaking out every time we didn't get something done. Oh, we're gonna make a phone call.
It is, but I think your mail system says it's a .dat attachment, because anything I get from the city usually is a .dat. And I don't know what a .dat is, but I figured out I can open
I
them.
know .dat, or that dot system is what I have to send to Franklin County Bank when I do bank drafts,
Uh-huh.
but that's the security thing that comes back in.
Oh, well, we'll get them.
The only thing they told me was, they told me that, when a train doesn't go through, it's $1 million.
I think it is, yeah.
If Amtrak has to shut down, $1,000 in court. So, I'm like, so in other words, you're telling me you guys don't wanna shut any of this track down? No, I said, okay, we'll run, so every time, it was kinda funny too, because all night, I stayed there all night with the first crew, and then the second crew came in the next morning. And, we just get to the point where we thought we could start working on repairing it. We had to shut down because the train was coming. So we just get caught up with pumping and all that stuff for the sewage and everything that was running through there, and the train, so we had to get out, shut everything down, let's start everything back up, get working again, and the train was over. But yeah, it was, hey, I'm glad they did, I can imagine the bill the city would have gotten.
Update the maps there to help you
Track it.
get going.
Yes,
So did they have like a superintendent that would radio you guys?
They actually had the superintendent, his name
Yeah,
was
that's
John.
what it was. We didn't have to like sit down and kind of like,
He was here, then they had
I think Jamie can
the
help you.
local rail crew here.
She is.
So all those guys, and they were helping, I mean, we all worked together.
Here, and I don't want you to be like
They
lost,
were back, they were jumping in and helping out too. But they was here, and then they had their construction company that does all their construction work. One of the owners of the company was here, and then his son and his uncle, whatever. And they, so they had, I mean, the majority of the crew that was there.
You were scared, they weren't that scared, I
Related
guess.
to
Okay.
minor little 5 people that had to get in all the buckets. Well, the one guy did, he jumped in there, and they were in suit this game. I mean, it just, cause it was, there was nothing you could do with it. You know, scoop it out, and there was nowhere to go with it, so they just had to deal with it. And the next day, I seen it, he's like, we're working,
One procedure.
whatever her name was. He was in all nice clothes. I said, well, you're not gonna jump in? He goes, you know, he goes, after we got done that night, he goes, and went back and I went to bed for a little bit, cause we all kinda took a break and then we came back. And he goes, I got to thinking, he goes, you know, he goes, I probably shouldn't be doing this, cause I'm not really ready to get sick from sugar. I said, probably a smart idea. But yeah, so anyway, so it was a nightmare, it was a hell 2 days, but we got
Oh,
it.
no, you're fine, like I said.
We learned some things.
Helping you. I just wanna make sure like.
Learning out of it, it was good.
No.
It's just, in terms of general, like the.
That's when, Brian Reed,
Stuff, so like I mentioned.
so he kind of chaperoned me and kind of put me in all the different departments, and it was great, 'cause I learned a lot. They put me in Kevin's department, and I'm not kidding, the very first day, I mean, it was within 2 hours,
out.
there was a sewage backup at a house, roots had gotten in.
Oh,
And, oh, it was so disgusting. Oh, man.
and he says, okay, here's your first duty. See if you can find the drain over there.
Oh, I remember they had and I learned a lot about CCTV. I didn't know anything about that, and I remember you guys sent a little device, a little camera up the
down,
line to
yep.
determine what it
Josh,
was.
yeah, that would be a big red
Yeah,
flag.
that was our old camera. Sits in about a, yep. Well, I mean, we've had it now. It was right after that. I mean, I bought it, I probably had that 15 years well, it's old now, but our improved system, yeah, oh, yeah, that's a-
You still buy the van with the,
No, that's the one that we had, that's gone, I bought that and replaced it with a trailer with a new, more sophisticated system and all that good stuff on it, but, yeah.
Okay.
So now we can actually take and launch from the outside in, we call it lateral launch, we can go in a line and run a line all the way up and get into somebody's toilet, we've already done that once.
holy cow.
Yeah, we got through all the.
Make sure somebody's not sitting on
We
it
popped
first.
up like, well, we didn't know it was going, cause we went underwater, so it's like we tried, okay, let's go until we get out of water. Well, when we did, we popped up in the toilet, we're like, oh shit, we're in somebody's bathroom.
Really?
Thank God there wasn't anybody sitting on it, cause I don't know what would've happened.
That would make a good, joke,
Yeah.
but it was real.
Yeah, oh no, we're like, what's going on here? You could tell we went through something, you just tell by the way the machine, it jerked a little bit and boom. Like, okay, we got through whatever that was, and I'm like,
Is that wallpaper?
you can see the seat, because the lid was open, you can see the seat, I'm like, oh shit, where's somebody?
We're in somebody's house.
Yeah, the worst day, the
Now,
worst thing
that's
ever
a
happened to
new
us-
thing, the FBI could use that.
They could?
Oh, I'm sure they have more sophisticated stuff than that.
Yeah, actually, they
I
have a
don't
van.
know, getting in somebody's toilet's pretty sophisticated.
They, they actually have a van that they can pull up to your house and sit outside of it and know what you're doing in every room you're in.
Yeah, I bet,
And actually, if you're reading the newspaper or a book, oh yeah.
yeah.
My
Yeah,
son just got out of the military, the MPs, and he's over there being a police officer now.
Really?
Yeah, he just graduated, he's an MP, but he's got certified that he's one of the very few MPs that his security level is so high that he can carry a firearm into the White House.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how high he is, which is a totally different realm than local police. He's going to the academy now. He actually is a city employee. He's one of them one of the recruits that they hired, another guy. But, he goes, Dad, he goes, I learned a ton of shit. And she is under the MPs, he goes, but this is totally different. He said, we handcuff different, we take, takedowns are different. He goes, and MPs, he said, takedowns are violent. He goes, here we can't be so violent. So I'm like, yeah, well then keep that in your head, bud, when you, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was talking about that, in Fort Leonard, they were talking about the van, and they were trying to figure out how to get it there so they could see it, but apparently they've got this van that says exactly what you're doing. Just think someday that'll be for us private people to use, because that's where we get all of our stuff. The military runs it through first, and then it's handed out to us. Like cell phones. Yeah. Cell phones were one of the things. Super glue. You guys probably know this story. Super glue was designed during the Vietnam War as a instant Band-Aid for wounds. Yeah, right. Yeah. They would actually, if you got a bullet hole or whatever, out in the jungle, they didn't know what you could do, so they developed this liquid. And it would seal it up. The problem was you could never get it back off. I mean, it just was,
Right.
they didn't think anybody was gonna live, or if they was, they was gonna do whatever they were doing anyway. Yeah, so then it was redeveloped and became super glue. That's why it's very sticky. That's what it was designed for. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Interesting stuff.
Well,
Learn something new every day.
there you go.
It's fun. Anyway, that's some of that stuff that you don't really need to know, but it's kind of why. Yeah, so. But yeah, so, yeah.
John, you staying out of trouble?
Yeah. Yeah, staying busy. Gonna go down to Jackson, Missouri for a Rotary installation lunch today. That's just,
You're not president, are you?
I'm a past governor for our district,
Okay.
which keeps me on the list of, hey, we want a past governor, can you come down to see us?
Right.
Yeah, I can, and the first, can you come down for our installation? Well, usually installations are banquets in the evening, and yeah, that sounds great. Well, we're gonna do it at our lunch meeting. So, son of a bitch, so,
We usually show
of course, it's only a couple hours.